Hello, YouTube. I just want to make a quick final update on my Erika 3 Berserking Blade build. I killed SS23 star a few days ago, I think 2 days ago by now. I'm not 100% sure when it was. But since then, I've just been slowly working on my second character, because I'm not super duper a big fan of Erika 3. And I'm just going to talk about this video about what I did on the character, why I didn't like the character that much, and what the next project is. I'll give you a hint. The next project is Armor Stacker. Okay, so let's start off with Erika 3. What did I do? I did Berserking Blade Sleep Strike damage. Very, very big fan of Berserking Blade. This skill is absolutely awesome. It feels amazing to play with.
Meow, meow, meow.
And I did further scaling and further stacking with Cicada Shell Double Rainbow on a triple energy shield chest base. And as you can see on the bottom left, I have 29k ES, so I was just ES stacking. As well as just further stacking with Light Hunter belt as being basically the only other unique in my build. I just think this belt is very strong. Especially if you get it corroded, it gives a ton of energy shield, but also reducing your damage taken by quite a lot, which makes it very powerful. On top of all of that, I also had minus additional dot damage taken on my chest and on my boots. You just have some resistance against dodge damage as well. And overall, this build was very, very tanky. The only thing it was exceptionally weak at was fizz mitigation. It wasn't that strong against fizz damage. A big way to like fix that would be to incorporate armor in some way. Or just injury buffers. So for example, once I have hair trigger, what I could have done is I could have taken poison relief and then used injury buffer support. With my current setup, if I, instead of Berserking Blade, equipped Focus Slash, and then just both Focus Slash supports, I do actually have 30 trillion damage, which is enough to kill SS21. I did the fight a few times, like, I did like 5 to 10 attempts, and I just didn't want to do the fight anymore. It's just not a fun fight, I got bored. I'd rather make a second character and do it on that character instead. I'm also a very goal-oriented person, so as soon as I do the fight, I feel like my motivation to play the game is going to go down a lot. And I feel like making a second character to do it on is just going to keep me motivated for longer. With all of that being said, I'm pretty much on the last stretch with this character right now. I am currently playing it with full XP pets on. So all 3 of these pets just have XP balance on them. I am level 99.75% XP. And I'm just doing Profound, because Profound is very safe to do. Until I hit level 100. And just run competitions in the meantime, because they're quite fun. So while I'm doing this competition, let me just talk a bit about the problems that I have with the character. For sorters, I'm just not really a fan of melee builds in general in Torchlight. My heart is with spells. I enjoy scaling spells, I enjoy playing with spells. I love spells, and the way they look, the way they feel, everything about them. But another thing that I really realized is that Flicker feels extremely, extremely clunky. The fact that my mobility is like, what do you call it, dictated by whether or not there's enemies, is just really shitty feeling. Because like, I'm like having to leap slam between packs and stuff. And then when there's mobs to flicker to, it looks amazing and I go super speedy. But then as soon as the mobs are dead, I just have this awkward time where I'm like leap slamming around. And the problem is I only have 32% movement speed. I would need to heavily invest into movement speed while the character itself has no benefit or scaling for movement speed to like feel faster. So that's one thing that like I kind of dislike. Another thing just in general is that, I mean, Berserking Blade feels awesome and cool and stuff, but I just think spells in general feel better in the endgame. Because right now, I have to not only hold down my loot button, I not only have to use leap slam to like move around like this, but I also need to hold down my right click button to even cast Vendetta, because there's no way to automate it. And overall, that just does not feel very good to me.
Look me in the eye.
So I have decided that I want to not only play Erika 2 this season, for like the rest of the season, but what I also want to do is actually, I I want to try an armor stacker this season. Because it's something like this brand new. It was hardcore nerfed last season, but it's something that's brand new to me, and you know, it's still good this season. I don't know if it's going to be there the season after this, so I might as well just get it out of the way for once. But after I'm done with my armor stacker, which will last for quite a while, it's a very, very strong build. Like, it's a very, very expensive build. I will be on it for a very, very long time. I am going to then be doing League Sword practice, and basically my idea is that I want to get very, very good at like the first 5 days of the league and find like the best ways to earn as much money as possible early into the league, as well as like get into deep space super early. And my goal is not going to be like I want to like kill SS20 as fast as possible or anything like that. My goal is that I want to be as sweet as possible. Every league, I want to play Erika 2, have 500% movement speed, and just run around at 500% movement speed, doing deep space maps in like 5 seconds. You know? Because that I think is really fun. And then on top of all of that, initially the build's going to be very, very squishy, because we're just getting damage to try and like push progression. But once we do have the damage, I'll start working on defenses, and I've got a few ideas for like how to fix defenses on a deck stacker and just make the build not feel the HP. The biggest thing is just mega stacking. And like in endgame, you'll just equip Verdant Steps. Verdant Steps is quite cheap this league. Last league, Verdant Steps were like 100k plus. This league, you can buy yourself a pair of Verdant Steps for like 30 to 40,000 FA. So like, that's like not a very unrealistic option. I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna do the next league, like what exactly the plan is gonna be. But it's either gonna be rushing Profound, like trying to get to Profound like day 2. And then in Profound doing something like Dark Surge Outlaw, Bang Boss. Or, you know, whatever other strat I think, whatever strat I end up finding works really well with Erika 2. And the goal is just gonna be then to get Eternity as soon as possible, I think.
One less watchdog.
And then once we have Eternity, that's like, that fixes the defense and the damage for deep space. Then we just get our immunities, and we just go blast deep space. But anyway, Erika 3 overall has been a very fun character. I really did enjoy my time playing her. But it's like one of those things where it's like, I'm happy I did it once. I don't really want to do it again. I had a lot of like brainworms this season. I had a lot of issues this season with like my mindset, issues with like feeling like I'm doing things wrong. And if you look at my build codes, it'll be very clear that I was directionless for a lot of it. Where I kept changing my plans, changing my ideas, what I was doing for the season. And unfortunately, I think that cost me a lot of time. So I ended up only getting the second 3-star on EU. But at the same time, I don't particularly care that much about the Supreme Showdown rankings. Because like, you know, there's someone in it that did like day 4 already, you know. Even if you get rank 1 EU, if it's fucking like 2 or 3 days after someone in NA did it, like who fucking cares, right? So, with all of that being said, this character was really fun. I am damage capped. I have 15 trillion easily. When I was trying SS21, I was aiming for 6 trillion. And I still have some mods, so I need to T0. I don't have Timid on a ring, which is really bad. Those are like the 2 main things. Another thing I could obviously do is like get a better Light Hunter belt for more defense. As well as trying to get the double rainbow corroded on my Vorax item. And then scaling erosion res as well. But I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys had a lovely time this season. And I'm excited. I'm probably going to be making a fair bit of content. Because once I have the armor stacker up and running, I think what would be fun to do for once is we have this new FE tracker now that like got translated recently. That like shows like your FE per minute, your total money made, and stuff like that. And I think having this and doing like 100 map tests of like giga strats in deep space would be quite fun. It would be very, very fun. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to testing with Erika 2 and just making really good content for her, hopefully. And I thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys had a lovely day, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.